So confirmation that the Group A encounter between Thailand and India is one match apiece. Next up is the men's singles, then we'll have women's doubles, and then we'll finish with mixed doubles. All 5 matches contested within the group stage of the Sudirman Cup, and when we get down to the quarter-final knockout stage, then if the tie is decided prior to all 5 matches being completed, the dead matches are not contested. But here in the group, it's important that all 5 matches are contested, because if we have 2 teams on the same number of wins and losses within the group, then the match within ties is going to, or could potentially, come into play as to who will qualify for the knockout stage. Well, the court officials is already in place. Master of Ceremonies announcing that the men's singles players will make their way onto court. And it will be the former world #1, Kidambi Srikanth, representing India. And he's up against this man, Kunlavut Vitidsarn, 3-time world junior champion. The first men's singles player ever to win 3 consecutive world junior titles. Well, this will be the second meeting. As you can see, the only time they met previously was in Manila at the Badminton Asia Men's Team Championships last year. 22-20, 21-14. Vitidsarn won on that occasion. 38 minutes for that match in Manila, and I was there and I watched it. And that, at the time, to me, was a big surprise. I had heard an awful lot about this young man. I've watched him an awful lot since. Not as much as we would have all liked, because there's been very few tournaments, but...
Yeah, 1 year blackout almost.
Yeah. That's been the same for the whole of planet Earth.
Yes.
So these 2 players are very well known in world terms. And for Kunlavut, 20 years of age, born in the Thai capital of Bangkok. 173, that's 5'8", making his first appearance in the Sudirman Cup, first campaign. Reached the final of the Swiss Super 300 earlier this year when he lost to Victor Axelsen, but I suppose really grabbed everybody's attention the previous year when he reached the final of the Spain Masters, losing out to the same day, now the Olympic champion, of course, Victor Axelsen. Kidambi Srikanth, 28 years of age, currently number 14 in the world ranking. He has been as high as 1. That's not quite right. He was number 1, I can tell you, from the 12th of April 2018. One precious week as world number 1. Our umpire, Bert van Horenbeck of Belgium, the service judge, Iris Mitspalu of Estonia. And as far as the Indian number 1, as he is again now, just gone ahead of Sai Praneeth in the world rankings. Well, he didn't participate in the last Sudirman Cup campaign. He was nominated as part of the team. He was in Nanning, but he injured himself during practice and therefore didn't play any matches within India's campaign 2 years ago. Only been in one World Tour tournament final has Kidambi, and that was the India Super 500 event of 2019, lost out to Victor Axelsen in the final. And that's surprising when you consider that Kidambi was in a total of 7 Super Series tournament finals, winning 6 of them. Has a great record in Super Series, and if you're wondering why there's a change of tournament title, the world's elite tournaments used to be called the Super Series, now it's called the World Tour. So the World
Tour changed in 2018.
In 2018, so
yes.
Since 2018, Kidambi has only reached 1 major tournament final, and that was a 500 event.
Yeah.
He seems to have lost his way a little.
A little. That's a little bit of an understatement. When you look at his 2017, it was awesome. He had 4 wins.
Yes, and 2 back-to-back Super Series titles.
Yes. And he's got so much potential, but he has lost a little bit of confidence, I think, in his game.
Represented by Kunlavut Vitidsarn. On my left, India, represented by Kidambi Srikanth. India deserves level play.
Well, it is the Indian number 1, Kidambi Srikanth, against this men's singles encounter underway against Kunlavut Vitidsarn. You say that Kidambi Srikanth has lost a bit of confidence. You know, back in 2017, when you were talking about what an astonishing year he had, because in fact he was in 5 Super Series tournament finals. He lost in the final of the Singapore Open to Sai Praneeth.
Yeah, that's true.
So he was in 5 Super Series tournament finals, and the only other players to do that in a calendar year were Lin Dan, Bao Chunlai, Lee Chongwei and Chen Long. Now you're talking about greats when you talk about them, but I felt that his loss of confidence also coincided with a change of coaches, because it was Tavrik Hiyat's former coach that had been working with the Indian team, and Indian players, the men's singles department especially back in 2017, were doing astonishing things.
Yeah, they were really coming up in let's say 15, 16, and then, you know, it was getting so much better in 17 with Srikanth doing so well. I remember I saw Srikanth play in 14 in the Indian Masters, and he got to the final where he lost that one, but that was when he was a very, very young, promising player, and it just got better and better, and I agree with you, they were doing exceptionally well, India, at that time. But I think it's for Srikanth is all about clean slate. The Olympics is over, he didn't qualify. Okay, 3 years to Paris, let's get it done. Let's get it right. Because in my book, he's got everything.
He's certainly got a wonderful attack when it's working.
Absolutely wonderful. And look at that spinning shot there, but that's a good lift. Wonderful lift there from Vitidsarn.
It's very difficult sometimes for people to understand more in sport how somebody can be literally the best in the world, number 1 in the world, 5 Super Series tournament finals. You can't become a bad player overnight. What is it that, you know, a loss of confidence, you talked about a loss of confidence, but how is that possible? How does that happen in sport? We see it often, but, you know, trying to explain that is quite a complex thing to do.
It is. It's not something that I think I can do in 2 minutes here or 1 minute, but it's of course your shot selection. You on days when you play, on normal circumstances, there are shots that's working and shots that's not. The ones that's not working, tend to put them back into the toolbox and say, okay, they're not for today. But if that becomes more regular, that it's the same shots that's actually missing, because I noticed what you said. He's really good. His attack is really good when it's working. And I think exactly you hit right on the nail on that one, because his attack is fantastic when it's working. And in 17, it was working all the time.
Yeah.
And somehow he's lost some confidence in his shots, and we saw where he was trying to turn his opponent at the net. He pushed it wide of the sideline just a minute or two ago, and that's a shot that you cannot afford to miss. And he's missing shots like that today that he didn't miss 4 years ago.
So he's not trying to change technique or anything, it's purely confidence, or lack of it.
Lack of it, yes. But it could be that, you know, he will get someone behind his court or someone in his training that can, I would say the magic word, or suddenly he can sort of find his own ways again, have a good talk. That can help a lot. That can help a lot.
7-3.
Set yourself new targets. As I said, now it's a clean slate. Wipe it completely clean and say, okay, from now on I'll have to do this and this and this. I can tell you from my own experience that in the mid-80s I lost a World Championship in the quarterfinal, and I was top seed. It really hurt my confidence a lot, and for months I couldn't play. It was just on my mind the whole time. And I remember 6 months later I said to myself, okay, I'll give myself 12 months to get back to where I used to be, and if I can't do that, I'll quit the game. Wow. Honestly, I would quit the game. And somehow I started off, after making that decision, by winning one tournament, and that gave me the confidence just to carry on, and it all came back to me.
Yeah.
So it has a lot to do with confidence as well.
The reserve rep, 5-8.
I'm really quite fascinated by that, Morten, because I've always believed that you can lose confidence overnight with one bad result or whatever, but that it needs a whole series of tournaments to regain that confidence. I think you can lose confidence quickly, but you can't get confidence back as quickly. But you saw it as one tournament,
Yeah.
that gave you the belief, and you were up and running again.
It's because I made that long-term plan, I made it for 12 months. I said, okay, I have to try to get back to what I know I can do.
Yeah.
And I have to go really basic, I have to get it done. And then luckily I won that first tournament I played, and it gave me the belief that my decision was good enough and I could actually go from there. And in all honesty, I don't think I actually lost the match in that 12 months after that win.
Yeah.
So it's got so much to do with confidence. It's what's between the ears, as she said. That's the beauty. Good
Yeah.
play.
Nicely done.
7-9.
But again, we've been watching Srikanth Kidambi on so many occasions, and I also think when we talk about his attack, which is so really good, it's also got a certain pattern to it, And I think the opponents are starting to read that pattern. So he's got to work harder to play his winners. And in order to work harder, he's got to be more patient in his attack. And sometimes I think patience is lacking in his attack. He's not building the rallies well enough.
And that was a super winner from Vitidsarn.
Yeah, Vitidsarn is doing exactly what I expected him to do. Play steady, play safe, keep the pressure up.
Just 8 minutes to the mid-game interval here in the open game.
4-2, 20 seconds. 4-2, 20 seconds. (11-7). Play.
Oh, lovely block.
Yeah, really good play. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, we've talked an awful lot about Kidambi so far.
Yeah.
I mean, both you and I and everybody who follows badminton will have heard of this young man's name. I mean,
Yeah.
extraordinary feat to win 3 consecutive World Junior Championships. Do you see him going all the way? I mean, he's got lovely shots. We saw that in the last rally. Good skills. He's got very powerful legs.
Yes. I think he's got one thing that is a little bit at the moment not to his favour. I see him as a very, very good retriever, a good runner, good physical, I should say, but I still feel that he's lacking these attacking winners. When he's playing in the big stadiums, you know, where
Yeah.
it's getting even more heavy to play, when it's the hall is slow, as we call it, the stadium is slow, then his attack is not strong enough, and his matches will last a long time, but he's simply not playing enough winners. Something he's got to work on.
I feel that that's coming. In the time that I've been watching him, which is not terribly long, because as we all know, we haven't had as many tournaments as we would have liked, but I see more winners coming and being more adventurous in his style of play than when I first watched him. Maybe I think the first time I really watched him was in the final of, and I watched it on television, I wasn't there, was in the final of the Spain Masters when he lost to Victor Axelsen, and I felt he looked almost as if,
He was lost a bit.
Yes, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You know, it was sort of like, it looked completely out of his comfort zone, that shot.
Yeah.
Got what it deserved.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about when I say winners is if he's playing against someone who's playing with really good length on his clears and his lifts and so on, then the attack from Vitidsarn from the back of the court, when he's really forced at the back of the court, is not strong enough yet. But it can come. Definitely it can come.
Oh, well, it's all good. He's getting a challenge.
Called in.
Well, as you said earlier, Morten, we're not in the best place
No.
to see that.
No.
Yeah, good challenge. Very good challenge.
Out. 17-8. Play.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice skill.
Yes, very nicely delayed, and that's a beautiful attack. Very nice attack.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this sort of scoreline before the match got underway. 10-point advantage for Vitidsarn.
Reserve 9-18.
Oh.
Serve back.
Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. Would you believe it? Well, that just exemplifies the whole lack of confidence issue that we've talked at length about. Game point opportunities to the 20-year-old Vitidsarn. Wide. 21-9. Opening game in favour of Thailand.
21-9.
Umpire confirming that scoreline. Well, that is very, very worrying if you're an Indian fan. Just a little over 15 minutes for the opening game. And the scoreline of 21-9.
When you asked me, Joe, whether what I thought about Vitidsarn as well in terms of his attack, I also feel that when he's really playing some of the very, very best players, the top 5 players in the world, that he's still lacking a little bit of pace. You often see that he favours to play that backhand in this around the head position and not going around the head and put some pressure on it. That's that one there, exactly that one. It's a perfect shot, it's a beautiful shot, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not enough pace in the game. But he's only 20, so there is plenty of time.
Yeah.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
So, Kunlavut Vitidsarn of Thailand, 1 game to the good against the former world number 1, Kidambi Srikanth.
Play.
It's missed as well.
1 love.
So far it's way too easy for Vitidsarn. We've seen on a number of occasions that straight smash down the line to the backhand side of Srikanth Kidambi. It's just a straight winner. He's not making good enough contact in his defence.
One, two.
No, that was better attack from Kidambi. He watched that and watched it all the way out.
Yeah, keeping a close eye on that one. That's a lovely lift from Vitidsarn. It's a good spinning net shot from Srikanth, but the lift was awesome.
In the tie between China and Finland, men's doubles, Wayne Yu and Tang Tian from China versus Anton Kaiski and Jesper Bauer from Finland.
One thing's for certain, I'm positive Srikanth needs to keep it at the very least tight in these early stages of the second game. And he can't open up a lead, because if he gets too far down, it's going to do even more detrimental things to his lack of confidence.
There is, of course, another angle you can sort of apply to it, and maybe he's not believing in his physical ability as well. You know, when you come onto the scene, you come on perhaps a bit as a surprise to a lot of players because they don't know your style yet. So he was very attacking, he was very good attacking. Then people get used to it, they studied him, they know what's coming, they get it back, and now he's got to work harder for his winners. And perhaps he's not confident in his physical ability as well. Because look at this, he's got to work very hard to play the winner. He had 2 or 3 opportunities and he's not been able to put it away. Is he then prepared to work hard? That could have been a winner from Vitidsarn. So just another angle to look at it.
Well, from what I see of his social media posts, I mean, he seems to be training very hard. I mean, he keeps putting up little snippets of him working out, or talking about how hard he's trained, but I can remember somebody saying to me, it's not just about training for longer, it's training better.
Yeah, more efficient.
Exactly.
And it's all about pushing yourself to the limit.
after that long rally
6-5.
to get to 5 all, may just have been a turning point, you know.
Can be. Well, I have a lot of faith in Vitidsarn in the sense that I think he will fight hard, really, really hard, and make sure that Kidambi has got to go the full distance to beat him, should that happen. So let's see.
7-5.
Oh, that's a good lift.
Awesome lift, and that's a winner. Yeah.
Serves every run. 6-7.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Finland, represented by Badminton Unlimited. Represented by 22 and 20.
7 all.
Going to serve, getting the ball, 20. Level. Play.
8-7.
That's another, I was going to say perfect example, but it's not perfect. That's the whole problem. It wasn't a perfect shot from Srikanth. He's missing by fractions, but that's simply not good enough.
That's wide. That's good. One of Srikanth's favourite shots is that cross-court smash from his around-the-head situation. Well played. I think, though, that Vitidsarn has covered that on many occasions already, but this one was too good.
Oh, that's an unforced error.
9-8. Reserve run. 9 all.
Yeah. 2, 4.
Good defence from Vitidsarn, but another example of perhaps the Srikanth Kidambi that we knew back in 2017, lacking the full commitment, lacking the belief, I don't know. That one should have really put it away.
Or blocked it and worked one more time.
Yeah. Instead of which, he finds himself 2 points adrift at the mid-game interval here in the second game.
Tactically, I think Vitidsarn has done a great thing in the sense that he's playing a lot of his shots at the front of the court, sort of into the court of Srikanth. He's not really challenging at the net close, because he knows that Srikanth has got some really lovely spins, so he's pushing it into the court, and that's working pretty well, keeping Srikanth away from the net and away from being able to play spinning net shots. Like that, that's a beautiful shot from Srikanth. Very nice spinning net shot.
Do you know if the Indian team have a sports psychologist that works with them on a regular basis?
I don't think so.
That's a better worked, constructed rally from Kidambi.
I think he grazed his finger on that defensive shot.
Now, all blood injuries have to be treated immediately. So there seemed to be a big fuss about blood injury to Emma Raducanu in the final of the US Open tennis, when I think it was the last game, or maybe the second to last game, she grazed her knee and there was blood pouring down her leg, and there was a lot of comment about the fact that she called the trainer. Well, she has to get it treated.
Yes.
All sport, blood injuries must be treated, immediately.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, look at that net shot. Oh, good defence. It's a better tempo now, isn't it?
Yeah, but I still think that this might work in favour of Vitidsarn.
Well, back level, Kidambi.
But he had to work hard for his point.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a nice deceptive shot,
Isn't
isn't it?
that wonderful?
13-12.
Taxi.
Yes, that's what we normally shout.
That's great skill. Love it.
17. Service over. 18.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a good shot.
That's amazing. And funnily enough, that is the round the head position you were
Yes.
talking about earlier, and saying that too often he's lazy and he plays the backhand.
Yes.
When he's moved quickly like that, what a difference.
Yes, it makes.
Yeah.
I agree. And here is exactly what's happening when Srikanth is getting close to the net. He's playing beautiful spinning shots. Vitidsarn can't control it.
As net play is much, much better in the second game now, Srikanth. Oh dear. Oh, that's a real pity. Just seemed to be getting on a roll again, Srikanth, and he makes a service error. It's a good lift from there. Oh my goodness.
This is a long, long, long rally. Well placed smash.
Yeah, and that's really sort of personifies the whole match so far, doesn't it? That at times you sort of felt that Srikanth was in control of the rally, had opportunities, couldn't put the shuttle away. And one of the first opportunities that Vitidsarn had plays the perfect placement of the smash towards the right hip of his opponent.
Yeah, this point is crucial. I know every point is crucial, but 17-14 or 15-16.
Yeah, big point. Great neck shot again. Yeah. Forced the short lift and the opportunity to play the winning smash. But fascinating to me that the winning smash, Morton was right down the middle of the court, didn't dare go anywhere near the lines.
Shouldn't do it, just down the centre. It's way enough. Don't take any chances.
Oh, that's brilliant. My goodness me, he threaded that down the line. Absolutely superb smash by the Thai youngster.
Yeah, he did well. He was out of balance, had that one come back. Look at that, he's falling out of court, but still he played the winner.
Very calmly, as soon as he saw that Kidambi had lost his balance, just calmly playing the shuttle into the open space. Well, the scoreboard at the end of the court has crashed, but we're still right. It is indeed 18-16.
Once again.
Good net play.
Srikanth is doing the right thing, as much towards the net as possible. I think Vitidsarn has to push it away from the net. He's losing all the rallies up there. As soon as Srikanth has got a chance to play a tight spinning net shot, he's going for it and it's working out.
2-point advantage and 2 points away from giving Thailand a 2-1 lead in the overall tie.
7-4.
Now, match point opportunities. There's great attacking athleticism from Kunlavut Vitidsarn. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, finally.
That's well played by Srikanth. Kept his cool.
18-20.
One of the 3 match points has been well saved.
Great defensive skill from Vitidsarn. He got a lot back except the last one there, but in that rally he was really under pressure.
Two match points have come and gone. Just another one remains for this man. Vitidsarn. Oh my.
No, I can't believe that.
That was sort of a round the head windmill shot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kunlavut Vitidsarn challenges Paul.
Yeah, well, Kidambi is saying it touched his head.
It's called in, isn't it?
It is called in. It is the Thai player who has challenged. And it is way long, but I think that Kidambi has a point. I think he did hit his head. But
There's nothing he can do, it's not called.
No, it wasn't called, so it is indeed the match to Thailand in the form of Kunlavut Vitidsarn. Well, Kidambi is still arguing. Let's have another look. Here we go. Yes.
Yes, he did.
Touched his head, bounced off his head. Or his racket. But that shuttle was definitely deflected. Well, a pity that the match ended on controversy there. But unless the umpire calls it immediately, there's nothing you can do. So 21-9, 21-19 the margin of victory for Thailand in the form of Kunlavut Vitidsarn. The 20-year-old's match lasting 43 minutes. There was the sort of round the head windmill shot that we were discussing. Well, the point stands, and there is confirmation that Thailand have won the men's singles and therefore go 2-1 up in the overall tie.